Hi, this is Mike Morin at Best Practice Energy. I'm the Vice President of Sales and Client Strategy here. At Best Practice, we're focused on helping our clients create innovative energy cost management strategies and helping them make the best possible decisions for the business. In order to do this, we take some time to educate the decision makers so that they fully understand the procurement strategies and they're completely comfortable with these business decisions that they're making. Today I want to talk to you about the four main components that go into your electricity price. The first one we call the other costs. It is a bunch of minor costs known as ancillary services. These are products that suppliers need to buy to make sure that the grid is run reliably. It also includes things like the supplier's margin. Each one of these four components can be included in your contract price or excluded. This one is typically included in your price. The second one is Renewable Portfolio Standard. This is the cost to supply green energy to you that is state mandated. These costs are typically moderate in most states except for Massachusetts, but most states also have increases. Let's go a little more green every year, and this cost is increasing over time. They are subject to change by the state. If the state legislature decides we're not going green enough fast enough, they can pass new laws to rapidly expand this. We've seen this happen in a number of states in the Northeast over the last 3 to 5 years. Again, this component can be included in your contract price or excluded. It's typically included in your price. The next component is capacity costs. Now, capacity is the ability to produce electricity, but not any actual power itself. It's a fixed cost based on how much electricity you use during last year's peak load. A little difference, New England, New York, they look at one day, whereas in PJM area, so whether you're in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Ohio, wherever, you're in that area, it's based on 5 days. But similar concept. How much you contribute to the peak is how much you have to buy, and there's a capacity price component that's market driven. It's also based on the market price for capacity. Most of the regions have an auction process where they determine this, sometimes as much as 3 years out. New York is a little different where they do it only 6 months out in advance. This cost can be controlled operationally, or sometimes actually can be controlled contractually. We'll talk more about how you control your capacity operationally in other webinars. Unlike the other two, which are typically included in the price, this component is routinely included and routinely passed through. We're not included in the contract price. The fourth and last component is what most people think the price is, the energy component, the cost of producing the electricity. Now, as you can see, this cost component is about half the price, a little more, a little less, depending on the region that you live in and what is going on with the market. Energy is that. It is the cost of actually producing the electricity on a real-time basis. This component in most of the country fluctuates now with natural gas prices. In New England, over 50% of our power is produced by natural gas-fired power plants. In New York, it's become a significant component, as well as Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Illinois, Ohio, and other states. That means it's highly dependent on the fuel that fire these plants, natural gas. Natural gas is a commodity, therefore it can be extremely volatile. It can move up over the long term based on economic growth, supply production problems, or it can move up very quickly for short periods of time, such as cold weather freezes or unexpected conditions like that. Now, this component can be managed through market timing. Pick the right spot to buy, then you've locked this in at a low. Now, unlike the other three, where there's typically let's include it in the contract price or not decision, there's a third flavor that most suppliers offer. You can include it or exclude it like the other two, or you can fix it in increments or percentages over time. 25% today, 50% in a few months, that thing, type of arrangement. So at the end of the day, we have these 4 price components, and they can all be managed separately. There may be times when it's a good time to lock in energy, but not the capacity component. There may be a reason to lock in the RPS, but not the capacity or the energy. All this lends you to the opportunity to take advantage of a lot more strategies than were available to you if you just said, just give me a fixed price. There's a lot more management that can be done, and that's how we help. I hope this was helpful in understanding the components that make up your price. You can reach us at bpe@bestpracticeenergy.com if you have further questions or are interested in learning about other topics. Thank you.